Mechanical tension is the sole driver of hypertrophy, and people still misunderstand what it is, so I'm going to explain everything that is needed to understand mechanical tension. Mechanical tension comes in two forms, active and passive. However, I will only be explaining active mechanical tension, as passive mechanical tension needs an entirely different video. Active mechanical tension is the force a single muscle fiber produces and experiences. This force is generated when myosin attaches to actin, forming a cross bridge, and then pulls it to the center of the sarcomere. Mechanical tension relies on something called the force-velocity relationship, which describes how the shortening velocity of a fiber determines the amount of force it can produce. When velocity slows, myosin has enough time to bind to actin, increasing cross-bridge formation, therefore producing greater mechanical tension. Active mechanical tension also must reach a certain threshold to stimulate muscle growth. This is because that tension must be great enough to activate mechotransducers, which trigger signaling pathways that promote muscle growth. Something to note is that mechanical tension is unrelated from motor unit recruitment, as we can have one without the other. But both high degrees of mechanical tension and high degrees of motor unit recruitment are both needed to stimulate maximum muscle growth. As motor unit recruitment is basically what turns a muscle fiber on, so the more motor units that are recruited, the more fibers that can experience mechanical tension. This only occurs when effort is high, and for it to also have a slow contraction speed, the slowing of the reps must be involuntary. The maximum force a muscle can produce is also determined by the length tension relationship, which describes the sarcomere length at which myosin and actin overlap optimally. At this optimal length, it allows for the maximum number of cross bridges that can form, allowing the muscle to generate its highest force possible.